I'm the CEO of Equal. So my background is a mix of technology and business, and I spent more than 10 years in the generative AI field. And the company Equal, what it does is it provides personalized videos and images for the marketing and advertisement industry to make it more engaging, more delight compared to the previous ones. And we work with both enterprise and SMBs to provide the experience that each customer, each consumer will see the unique version of their marketing materials. So that's about me and my company.
Yeah.
Thank you. Cindy, tell us about your company, you yourself and your company.
Hi, my name is Cindy Fossouo, and I'm the CEO of Information Systems Builder. We help we're a marketing solutions company, and we help tech startups with their marketing. It's very hard, for startups to, compete with big tech companies like Facebook, Apple, and we help them do that, right? And they're also competing with, new startups. So that's what we help them to do.
Wonderful. Thank you for sharing with us. Appreciate it. My name is Art Hoffman. I'm the CEO of InLink Advisors. I also created the cold click system, which is exclusive to LinkedIn. It's basically a lead generation / event planning system and process for prospecting on LinkedIn for any product, service, or promotional type of thing you're trying to do. So we all know we have to be on LinkedIn doing stuff. We all know that there's AI out there that can help us out, but we all don't know how to create a process. And effectively, that's what I've done here with the cold click system. So we're going to take it into a quick question real fast. I'm going to ask each of you guys to quickly describe, if you don't mind, the pros and cons of running a company. As a small business owner, if you will, tell us a little bit about those pros and cons, and we'll just kind of take it from there.
Yeah, I think for me, being a founder, it's great. I love solving problems, right? You guys can, I relate to that when you have, and you saw a problem, and you're basically solving a problem that you saw. And I just love solving a problem and, having a team of people that we have the same vision, right? We see the same, the same problem. And I think for me as a founder, it's more than just being a founder. It's, you see a problem and you're solving it. And, I think it's not easy being a founder, right? You guys can identify, especially being a CEO, it's not easy. But I think the solving the problems and it's very interesting. You have an idea, you see a problem, you have an idea of how you're going to solve it, and then you create a company and your vision comes to light, and it's very, very awesome to see it grow.
Great, wonderful. Jiajun.
Yeah, sure. So I think the pros will definitely be we can do the things that we feel interested, we feel it can help, and we think it's something that we're really excited about doing. So that's very important. If you are not doing your own things, and probably there are lots of things that probably not that to your interest. And besides that, it's also a journey for you to bring up your company, scale it, and see it grow. It's very exciting. It's like raising a baby. So there are lots of the joys, but definitely lots of the pain moment as well. And some of the cons that I see is definitely it's much more busier compared to other things. So I spend all my time working on the company, and I need to handle all kinds of things. It's not just technical or not just business, like everything I need to take care of. I think as the company grows, that could be better, but still, you need to be able to fully devoted into the work and take works from all different areas.
Absolutely. I can agree with you, both of you, where you're coming from. I think one of the biggest pros to being a small business owner for me is the fact that I'm sitting here in my house and I have a 60-foot commute to work every day. That's a cool thing. I appreciate that. I also get to make my own schedule. I also get to take on clients that I want and those that I don't. The biggest con, I'm also the guy that writes all the checks. That sucks, because to your point, Jiajun, you are the one that everybody looks to. They look to you for all the answers. You're supposed to have them all, and the reality is we don't. And we're all learning at the same time. And frankly, as a small business owner and somebody that's has started 3 companies in his lifetime, you're always trying to figure out what the right answer is, and what you think's right isn't. And then you come back and you reassess and you go from there. But the reality is that it does give you a lot of freedom, gives you a lot of those, the ability to do the things that you want to do, and be profitable and have the money that you want to have and the lifestyle, etc. But it comes with all the responsibility of not only taking care of you and, say, your family, for example, but taking care of everybody that's a part of your business as well. And that's one of the biggest concerns that, frankly, I lose sleep at overnight is, okay, if all were to go south tomorrow, I have all these people that depend on me for what they, depend on me to not only get a paycheck to feed their families and put food on the table, but they depend on me to continue moving this ship down the path that it needs to go. So those are a few of the pros and the cons that I have. Cindy, what else could you add to that?
Yeah, I definitely agree with you. I think, you're responsible for, you have a team, you've hired people, right? And you're writing the checks and you're responsible for them. So it comes with a lot of responsibilities than people think. And you're just not the one writing the check. You are, you're responsible for a whole company,
Yeah.
and not only are you solving the problem that you want to solve, to you have to meet investors, you have to talk to customers, you have to make customers happy, or users. And it's challenging. And I always tell people this, and I don't know if you guys agree with me. I don't think everybody is meant to be a CEO or founder, because
Agreed.
you have to have a certain thing, because it's not easy. There's there's a reason why people just prefer 9 to 5, which is not bad at all, but because they don't want the headaches, they don't want to
Sure.
be able to come home. It's not all about, like you said, it's not all about, I have a company and I'm signing checks. It's a lot. What if this fails? It's on me. I have 50 employees under me. I am responsible for them, or how many employees you have. So I think it's more than that. And I always tell people, I say, you have to be a founder, you have to have a certain thing. And to be a CEO, it's even more of a responsibility. And if you don't have that thing, you're going to have a really hard time.
Agreed. All right, let's get to the topic of point here. AI.
Mm-hmm.
Where's it going? What's it going to do? Maybe in your industry, maybe without your industry. Give us a little bit of some feedback on that, if you don't mind. Cindy, I'm gonna go ahead and start with you.
Yeah, where is AI going? I think AI will be big, right? I don't know the extent. I think that's where I am with that. I do think that it's going to be very big, and a lot of people are panicking. I don't think a lot of people should panic, because they think AI is going to take away our jobs. I don't think it will take away our jobs. I think it will make it easier for a lot of people than we realize. And I think as a founder, it'll make it easier. As an engineer, as a marketing person, I mean, all aspects, it will make it easier. I don't think it will replace real-time people. Will it make it harder to find a job, or would it make it harder to maybe as founders, I guess we should be the ones answering that. Are we going to put pressure, on our employees to deliver quality, because, there's so much AI tools that are developing that I'm sure we are all going to use in our companies. So I think that's how it's going to go.
Got it. Jiajun, your thoughts?
Yeah. So I have been working in AI for a really long time. So I see the AI from very beginning, like nobody using it, to the hype, and
You're not the hype. You're not the hype.
This is the second wave of AI, right? So yeah, I do believe that it will help a lot, and especially this wave. So it really helps a lot of the content creators and their editors, help them to create a lot of great stuff. And the goal for a lot of their companies in this field is to make AGI happen, right? artificial general intelligence, which means we will probably have digital workers, and they can help us to do lots of different works. And then we maybe can work from 5 days a week to 2 days a week. I'm pretty optimistic about the wave of the AI, and I think it will bring lots of benefits in terms of reducing the workload, increasing the speed, and especially in the marketing field, which I'm working on, helps to make the marketing experience much more delight and enjoyable by presenting more relevant and engaging and high quality content.
I can agree with that completely. I think that I came from the financial advisory world, and people thought back in early 2000s that all the technology that was coming out, the internet, everything else was going to replace jobs. You go back a century, factory workers thought that robotics was going to replace jobs and they were going to be out of work, et cetera. However, what it actually ended up doing is it creates other jobs that a robot or an AI cannot do. And those jobs have to be filled by humans. And I don't care, where we get to in this world, to your point, you're going to see AI create a more efficient, a more effective, a more fluent process in whatever it is that we're doing. I'm not shying away from it. I will tell you that the world that I come from on the LinkedIn side of things, there's a ton of AI going out on there. There's bots. There's things that people don't like, and I get it, because we're right at the early stages of it, and it's frankly like a kid trying to learn how to walk. It keeps falling on its face over and over again, but we have to get back up. We have to keep pursuing this, because the reality is we are going to create a more efficient, a more proficient, and a more effective marketplace for not only ourselves as CEOs of companies, but also as the consumer. I mean, how nice would it be to not be bombarded by ads that are not relevant to you because there's an AI that's telling the system, Art's not buying this right now. Art doesn't need this because he just bought one 30 days ago. Those kind of things are going to happen. We're going to see an efficiency come out of this that we don't even understand yet. But the whole idea behind human evolution, if you will, is progress. And I think AI is part of that. Here's the other thing I think about AI. At least I'll use ChatGPT as an example. ChatGPT, from what I know so far, does not operate on its own. You still have to get in there and ask it a question and pose a problem. Then it'll go find you the solution to that problem, and it'll bring you back some results. But the idea behind it is that it's not this self-fulfilling prophecy that's just doing its own thing as of yet. That might be the case. Jiajun, you might be able to articulate a little bit on that.
It's possible in the future, but it's not yet. How human design the system, right?
Yeah, it's getting there, but the reality is that we still have to go in and ask the questions. We still have to sit with a customer, ask them what they want, marketing wise, production wise, whatever it is that they're looking for. Then we can go use AI to get them that result faster than marketing companies used to, where it used to take months before they could produce the right content and the videos and the production. And now you can do that in days, if not hours, with some of this AI that's out there. And I think that's the credible part of this whole process. We have to embrace it going forward. So any final thoughts? Anybody have any final thoughts as to what you want to talk about real quick?
Yeah, I think, with AI, it's definitely going to be here. I don't think it's going to die.
Definitely not. Yeah.
Like crypto, it's not completely dead, but it's shut down. So I don't think it's like a hype where, it's like because some people believe that, AI will just be around for like 5 years and then it will be gone like crypto. But I don't think so. I think that's the reason why major companies, right? The major tech companies are incorporating AI into their companies because they see the future. I don't think they'll just, incorporate it without making, without, knowing that this is the future. And I think I think the hype will be big, like people are saying, but I don't think it will replace anything. I think people are just panicking. I don't think it will replace anybody. I don't think, it will replace any company. But a lot of companies are incorporating AI into. I saw Meta. I don't want to say Facebook. Meta is incorporating AI a little bit with like Ray-Ban. So it's going to be here. It's just we don't know how big it's going to be, and is it going to replace people? Which I don't think so.
I don't think so either. It's going to make our lives easier, frankly. So,
Exactly.
All right. And I also think that crypto and AI is pretty different things. So crypto is mainly lives in people's belief and trust, right? But AI is something that really like turns into productivity and really turns into something
We can
that,
see it. It's
Yeah.
something that really affects. And crypto is more, it's like currency, right? It's more about a trust system and this kind of thing. And that's also subject to more regulations and governments. But AI is pretty different. Yeah.
Agreed. Well, appreciate you guys' time. Thank you. Appreciate you showing, being here and sharing your thoughts and your feelings, everything else.
Any advice for any founders, anybody that's watching us?
I will tell you that my advice is this: if you have an idea, go do it. Don't let anybody tell you you can't. And if you believe that this thing is truly going to progress your not only yourself but this world in a direction that is better for everyone, follow that dream. Go chase it down. There isn't a dream that's big enough that anybody can't tackle it, so to speak.
I think for me, it's, like you said, go for it. And I think a lot of founders would say it's easy to say go for it, but quitting your job and you have bills to pay, and having a company is not easy, especially those few years you're really grinding. And so I love your idea. I would also add to that, your advice, sorry, but I would also add to that, build a good team.
Sure.
You can't do everything by yourself. That's like a misconception. I think have your CEO, have your CTO, have your CMO, have your COO, like have a great team, because it's not just the CEO that's going to make the company. Yeah, they came up with a great idea and how to solve it, but they need help, and you do need help. So any founder out there, have a great team. Look for a great, even before looking for investors, most investors actually invest when they see that you have a great team and
Sure.
you guys are all aligned together and you guys are making sense. So I say when you're starting, definitely the sky's the limit. Don't limit yourself. You can do whatever you want to do. If you have that mindset, then your company will do great, right? You know where you want to go. You're fearless. You know what you do, and also you have a team with you. Those combinations, it's going to be amazing.
Absolutely. Jiajun, your thoughts?
Yeah. So my thoughts and advice would be find the right direction and then stick to it. So my experience is I get involved in some previous startups as well, and some of them like didn't go well for the first 2 or 3 years, but then it goes viral and rocket up. And for the company Equal, it's similar. Like we are exploring a lot at the beginning, and then and then when we find the right thing to do, and the business grows, so there will be lots of the hard times, and you need to hold on and believe in yourself and move forward. So that's I think that's pretty important to startup founders. So if you have a good team around you, the time will be much easier. If you are on your own, then the time could be even harder. Yeah.
Correct. Well, appreciate all the feedback, guys. Cindy, Jiajun, thank you very much. Appreciate you guys being here. Any closing thoughts before we wrap it up?
I'm good. Just go for it. Just
there you go.
Have fun while you're solving the problem.
Agreed.